Next topic is industrial society and social change. These political trends were sign of new time. It was a time of profound social and economic changes. It was a time when new cities came up and new industrial regions developed. Railway expanded and the industrial revolution occurred. So after the French Revolution, though the society was divided into three parts and their beliefs were totally different from each other, but now the three categories people they were moving towards the modernization. So finally, slowly and gradually, their social and economic changes were taking place. Okay, new cities were you can say came into established. Okay, new cities were formed, new industries region were developed where industries were set up so that the people can work in the industry and they can earn small amount of money and satisfy or fulfill their needs, that is the basic needs of their life. Railway expanded so that they can transfer the goods from one place to another, and the industrial revolution occurred. That means the establishment of huge amount of industries and factories were set up in various parts of the Europe. Industrialization brought men, women and children to factories. So once the different types of industries and factories were set up, many men, women and children they worked in the factories. Work hours were often long and wages were poor. So, though they were attracted towards the factories, but their work hours were very long and the salaries were very less. That means the salary was very poor. Unemployment was common, particularly during times of low demand of the industrial goods. So, the unemployment, that means the people they don't have jobs. Why? Because the industrial goods, when there is no demand in the market, so the production will be not done in a huge amount, so that's why there was an unemployment situation. Housing and sanitations were problems since towns were growing rapidly, so there was a no proper house and sanitations were not there. Why? Because the areas were moving towards the development and the cities and the towns were growing very rapidly. Liberals and radicals search for solution to this issue. So the liberals and radicals people they were searching for the solution, that is the issue of unemployment. Okay, and the housing and sanitations. Why? Because the peoples were facing a lot of problem in the Europe. Almost all industries were the property of individuals. So almost the all the industries were the property of the people who belongs to the landowners. Okay, and they were the wealthy factory owners. Liberals and radicals themselves were often property owners and employers. So even the liberals and the radicals, some of the liberals and radicals, they themselves were the uh, property owners and their employers. Employers means who employ the workers and under whom the different types of workers they work. Having made their wealth through trade and industrial ventures, they felt that such effort should be encouraged, that its benefit that its that would that its benefit would be achieved if the workforce in the economy was healthy and citizens were educated. So as they understand that with the help of the industries, many people they were getting benefit, right? So that's why their main agenda was to make the industries in a more you can say better way and encourage the people to work in the industry so that they can have a healthy and a healthy economy. Okay, and even the citizens will get education with the help of this. How? Because if they will work in the factory, they will know different types of skills, how to handle the machines and all, so they will get the education also. Opposed to the privileges the old aristocracy had by birth, they firmly believe in the values of individual effort, labor, and enterprise. Though liberals and radicals they totally oppose the privileged section. That means they totally did not like the aristocracy. Okay, who get the different types of privileges by birth, but they believe that the individual's effort, labors and enterprise should be encouraged so that they can earn a small amount of money and they can fulfill their needs. If freedom of individuals were ensured, if the poor uh, would labor, and those with capital could operate without restraint. They believed that society would be developed. So the radicals and liberals, they think that if the individual will get the freedom, and if they work in the factories, okay, then and by working in the factories they will have small amount of money, and through which the individual will be developed. And if a individual or or a people are developing, then directly the society will also be developed. Many working men and women who wanted change in the world rallied around liberal and radical group and parties in the early 19th century. So in the 19th century, many working men and women, they started supporting the liberals and radicals. Why? Because liberals and radicals were supporting the workers, and they wanted to develop them so that they can develop the society. Some socialists, some nationalists, liberals, and radicals wanted revolution to put an end to the king of government established in Europe in 1815. So, some nationalist people, liberals, and radical people, they wanted to perform different types of revolutions so that they can stop the monarchy system in the Europe in 1815. In France, Italy, Germany, and Russia, they became revolutionaries and worked to overthrow existing monarchs. So, in the previous chapter, that is in the French Revolution, we have already learned that in the year 1815, when the Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo, right? And after that we have learned that how the different parts of the France where they abolished the monarch. So the people of the France, Italy, Germany, and Russia, now they wanted to make a movement so that they can overthrow the monarchy system from their respective country. Nationalists talked of revolution that would create nation where all the citizens would have equal rights. So now the nationalists are the people who love their country, and their main agenda is to free their country from the monarchy system. So now they wanted a country where all the individual will have the equal rights with them. After 1815, Giuseppe Mazzini, an Italian nationalist, conspired with others to achieve this in Italy. So after the 1815, Giuseppe Mazzini, he is an Italian nationalist who with the help of others were able to free the Italy from the monarchy system, okay, which is famously known as Italy unification. This About this incident you will learn in class 10. Nationalist elsewhere including India read his writing. So nationalists not only in India but in other parts of the world also, they used to read the you can say strategies which Giuseppe Mazzini had applied in order to unify or free the Italy from the monarchy system.